Hey everyone, this is Senior Stationery again, and today's review is gonna be on the Kores K-Liner Fineliner pens. Thank you, Mr. Legoman. So, there's another stationery newcomer for a whole subject of fine liners. For those who are fan of fine liners, you might be familiar with known brands like Stabilo .88, the Staedtler Triplus Fineliner. There are newer newcomers like the Mapped Graph Peps, the Snyder lineup, as well as Pelican also has a fine liner. The Sharpie pens, also the Flair ultra fine pens from Papermate. So there are several known brands as well as other Japanese brands. So basically everyone's like striving to get the most of the fine liner market, and Kores, being an Austrian brand, is also jumping into the ship. Kores, for those who are not familiar with the brand, is most known, or is legendarily known for making typewriter ribbons in the past, and then they may eventually change their strategy to making stationery for office use, like pencils, pens, erasers, sharpeners, and many office type products. And they launched this one, the K-Liner, something like a year or 2 years ago, something like that, 2 years or 1 year ago. And these fine liners, well, they call them K-Liner. Their pens, they usually call them K-pens. So they have like a certain pattern in naming as well as in designing their products. So let's take a look. This is a wallet of 10 colors. This is the most colors they make. They haven't launched any larger colors, but this worked pretty well for taking notes or just for doodling or coloring. These pens are made in China, probably designed in Austria, as that's where their headquarters. So as you can see, let's take a look on the style of the pens. Kores makes their ballpoints triangular shaped, so it's not strange that they also make their fine liners triangular shaped. And the cap also has some part of that shape, same as their ballpoints. They have dotted for easy gripping and pulling out. Their ballpoints have the same type of stumps or points on the cap, but this being a fine liner, this one has a flat clip, more flatter than on the ballpoints. Again, this is a triangular barrel, same as on their ballpoints, except that their ballpoints have a rubberized grip or no rubberized grip, but it's still triangular shape. So they have a same design pattern and cue for these fine liners. As you can notice, it has a chrome printed Kores and a logo, and K-Liner, the name of the pen. The end tip is also plastic, and you can post the cap at the end and it gets pretty much secure. The pen itself feels very lightweight, really lightweight, same as say a Stabilo or a Staedtler. So basically it's all full plastic, except that at the end it has a metal tip and a marker tip, which is fine. A 0.4 millimeters, same as the Staedtler Triplus Fineliner or the Stabilo .88. So this is a good option. This is very cheap. I think the Kores main rival will be Mapped in price range. Mapped also makes their Graph Peps fine liners in China, and they are the cheaper ones. The German made Pelican, Stabilo, Staedtler, and Snyder are a bit more expensive. So this is a good thing in favor for Kores. They're very cheap. They're for those who are on a budget, it's a good alternative, and they're nice style wise. If we take a look at the barrel, it's all dark gray, but the interesting part is that on the triangular corners they have a lighter gray contrast. So this kind of brings to mind the design on the Stabilo Fineliners, who have a contrasted color line on their hexagonal barrel, except that this one is triangular barrel, so it's kind of like an interesting or neat effect, the lighter gray over the darker gray shape. So it's a nice elegant business-like design and style. But let's check how this work and how this writes. Again, these are 10 shades, so let's take a look on each color. Okay, I'll start with first the basic black one. Let's see. So this is the Kores K liner. This is the black. So this is right very smooth, pretty good and very smooth. Let's see. Now let's try blue. The blue one writes more lighter. It's a watery like watered blue, not too intense. Let's try green. Kores K liner, green. Then we have the red. Kores K liner in red. And let's try the pink one, which is like a fuchsia like. Kores K liner. This is pink, but this is not very intense. It actually writes lighter pink than on the cap, so then don't get carried away by the color of the cap. Kores K liner, orange. The yellow one. Kores K liner, yellow. The yellow is very bright, so on the white it's not very noticeable, so I don't recommend the yellow one that much for over white surface. Now let's see, this is light green. Kores K liner, light green. Then two more to go, the purple and the brown. Kores K liner, purple, and the last one, the brown. This is Kores K liner, brown. Okay, now let's take a look. As you can see, the black seems okay. It's like a lighter shade of black, not too intense, but it works. You can still notice it's black, it's not grayish. The blue is a lighter blue, it's not that intense like in other fine liner pens. The green looks nice, a nice forest green shade. The red on the camera looks a little bit darker, but what I'm looking is also a lighter color red. The pink is like a regular pink, but if you look at the pen itself, it looks kind of like a fuchsia. I don't know if you can notice, more fuchsia like, but in reality it's very like pink. Orange looks well. Yellow on the camera, you notice it's like a canary yellow, but in person the yellow is barely noticeable on the white. Again, this is something from the camera does grasp, but in reality it's very lighter than you can appreciate on the camera. The light green is also lighter. Purple is like a more, not intense purple, I will say more kind of like a lilac purple. And the brown is sort of a sepia brown, not a too intense brown, so you can take that in consideration. Overall, I like the tip. I like the 0.4 tip. It's a pretty good rival to the budget fine liners. If you want like fine liner which is cheap but still a good stationery brand, and you don't want to buy a non-brand fine liner, these Kores are a good option. They're fairly cheap and a good alternative. So this is it. These are the